From the pocket, now takes off, flips it into the end zone, touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, and Tennessee has life. They've cut the lead here. Let's see if
is that a
plays to go for two.
Is that a little no look from Will Levis?
Yeah.
Running right, staring right, throw it back across his body.
Impressive drive. So this is really smart by Mike Vrabel. Going for two here, because if you go for two, get it, you cut it to 6 points. You basically give yourself a chance. We score extra point, wins the game. If we don't get it, then we know, hey, we still have the chance to get the tie. He's going for the win. Analytically, this is what makes sense.
Yeah, this has become very much in vogue with the analytics in play.
You're playing for the win, not for the tie.
Hopkins off to the right, watched by Howard. Levis stumbles as he rolls to his right, but wide open. Westbrook-Akine, huge on that drive.
Think about what just happened here.
Wow.
Drive the ball down the field. Don't use any timeouts, as you mentioned, Chris. For Miami, that is not good. I promise you, Vic Fangio is not happy. You gave them everything that they wanted on that drive.
What a play by Will
Look at him. Look at him. He looked at him last minute. He did a little no look.
You're right.
That's
great job
sweet.
Keeping his eyes downfield.
That's sweet.
Great feel by Hop.
Just kind of worked free, found some space.
And look at this all-22. Hop is going to go down inside. Pay attention to those two defenders for Miami. They're both essentially going to cover Hop. There's no pass-off between Kohu and Xavier Howard. That's how that flat route by Akine Westbrook becomes wide open.
The trickiest part of that two-point conversion was the quarterback almost fell on his face, but
Yeah.
kept the footing.
It has been a tough night for Xavier Howard, both in terms of the communication right there, the one-on-one plays down the field.
Hey, Tennessee might have a quarterback now. They might have their guy.
Look who's back, by the way, to receive this kickoff. Tyreek Hill is deep for the Dolphins. Are they going to give him a chance? He's just going to let it bounce and content to have Tua take over at the 25-yard line. So Miami has some work to do. Mostert's second touchdown run put him up 14. You thought, well, Tennessee hasn't really been creating big plays all night. The lead seems pretty safe. Not at the moment at all.
That's great execution on that touchdown drive on the part of Tennessee. And Tim Kelly was dialing them up, and they were calling them, completing them, getting out of bounds, saving the clock.
Right?
Yeah.
Just patience.
But again, if you're Vic Fangio on the other side of it, you are livid right now. Livid.
This is a huge first down play call for Mike McDaniel. Does he run it, or does he go with a little bit of a play action to try to get a cheap first down?
Gives it to Mostert. Makes a cut and picks up about 4. And Tennessee immediately takes the first timeout. So Vrabel kind of going in all in on the series here.
There it is. He's working it as best as he can here, preserving as much clock as possible.
You said Fangio livid. Is it on the execution of the defensive players and not the calls and not softening things up?
No, I think the players have to be aware out on the football field. Look, you want to protect the sidelines. You don't want them to drive down the field and be able to step out of bounds and get in chunk plays over and over again where they don't have to use any timeouts at all. You want to force them to have to burn those timeouts by making them throw the football in the middle of the field.
Second straight run called by McDaniel to Mostert, who picks up a yard. It's going to be third down, another timeout spent.
I was shocked that Tyreek's not on the field at all. I mean, Tennessee knows Tyreek not on the field, the likelihood of run is exponentially higher, and they're selling out for it.
He was back there to receive the kick. Of course, didn't feel that he is standing there right on the sideline with the helmet on. With a reminder of the significance, Dolphins with the win would go back to 3 games in front of Buffalo in the division, equal Baltimore for top seed spot in the AFC. Talking about a team that hasn't won a playoff game again since 2000 and is desperate to get home field for a playoff game or two. Tyreek back in the game here on 3rd and 6.
They're going to double team him and Jalen Waddle. It's going to have to be someone else.
Tua steps up, looking to create, sidesteps one tackle, flag comes in late as he's dragged down after a short game, and it's 4th down, but it's going to be a hold.
Harold Landry rushing the passer. He was the one who was yelling at the referees.
You need to climb this if you're Tennessee. Get off the field.
Holding offense, number 74. That penalty's declined.
You guys surprised? Two runs.
I was surprised. I'm not surprised by the runs. I'm surprised that Tua wasn't on the field at all.
You mean Tyreek?
Excuse me, Tyreek.
Yeah.
And then on the 3rd down, Tennessee did exactly what we thought they would. They doubled Tyreek, they doubled Jalen Waddle, and no one else was able to create.
Eric Guerrero is still the punt returner. He's back to receive this one from Bailey. It's a line drive kick. Chance at a return. He bobbles it again, but takes off and gets out across the 35. And Tennessee, after a 14-yard return, a little adventurous there.
It's a good thing that was a line drive punt, and that the coverage team, the Gunners, didn't have a chance to get down there, because otherwise he may have been getting whacked as soon as he's bobbling that thing. You have potential for another turnover.
Here we go. This would be an incredible way for Will Levis and the Titans to get their first road victory of the season.
They're going to have to block number 2. Bradley Chubb is going against a rookie left tackle. You got to get that guy secured.
Protection is good, and Levis lofts to Hopkins, who's got it. DeAndre Hopkins galloping down inside the 30. 36-yard strike on the first play of the drive.
Yeah, this is cross-country.
There go the crossers, right? I mean, it's been something that has been giving them chunks the entire game. Running away from Jalen Ramsey. You see it here clearly.
Cleared one side of the field completely out. They ran big posts from one side and brought DeAndre Hopkins all the way across.
Great play call on the part of Tim Kelly.
Quick pitch, near side. Okonkwo has some blockers. And at the 2-minute warning, Tennessee in 2 plays has charged down into scoring position. And the Dolphins defense is reeling, guys, on the ropes here. See if Levis can create very improbable comeback, at least the way it looked a few minutes ago. 14 down in the final 3 minutes. How about that streak? 767 straight.
Is that a lot of games?
There's only one fourth quarter comeback by Tennessee in the last 2 years. It used to be a staple for Vrabel teams.
I'll be ready for a gadget play for Miami defensively.
Spears takes the toss and spins down to the 6. Be 2nd down.
Timeout Miami, smart.
Good tough run. See now, if 10 is coming back in the ball game, if DeAndre Hopkins is coming back in the game,
he should be.
I know, like right now, I know they haven't been traveling Jalen Ramsey, but look, DeAndre Hopkins' instincts, catch radius, contested catch ability has been eating this defense alive. You have to shut him down now, because if not, I bet he's going to win this game for you if he's on the field.
Well, Ramsey certainly would endorse that strategy.
Absolutely.
He'd love to be following Hopkins around. They've done it a lot in their careers.
That's right.
So I think right now with the multiple tight ends on the field, is this where they try to get a little bit of a ball fake and Will Levis maybe on the perimeter with some of their tight ends and matchups and sell Derrick Henry?
Get a first out of the 2 and not again. That was the receiver, Westbrook Akine, who flinched. Another false start.
Lou, you kind of talked about it The defensive line shifts for Miami. Do we have it where they shift? See that shift? That's what forces Westbrook Ikini to move. It's almost like what happened to Arden Key.
Reverse, yeah. No, you're right.
Delay game defense, number 92, for abrupt movement. That penalty supports half the distance to the goal, still second down.
So Sealer, who had the pick 6 early on, and a confused look from McDaniel, instead of backing him up 5.
Come on.
Half the distance.
So they're saying that was a sudden move.
They're saying it was too sudden.
Right.
Which, I mean, that's, yeah, okay.
Now this becomes a run play for me if I'm Tennessee.
Do they want to run it right in? You got to, of course, get a touchdown. Love to take more time away from the Dolphins. Henry cuts it back, dives and scores, and Tennessee has tied it up with the PAT coming. Incredible rally.
Just a fantastic 2 drives by Will Levis in the Tennessee offense, and this is why Mike Vrabel went for 2 that drive before.
That is a fired-up quarterback who grew up watching Monday Night Football. First time he played here, he knows it's been a struggle in his rookie season away from home. They have had some tough days. They've had some close losses. It looked like they were going to self-destruct in this game, and somehow Levis has rallied them to 2 touchdown drives, and they take the lead with 1:49 to go. It's been a wild fourth quarter. 32 points scored, guys, in this fourth quarter. Rare with the muff punt, the inexplicable decision here to field this. That set up a Mostert touchdown run after a fumbled pitch from Levis. Another touchdown, and then it looked like they were cooked. How are they going to respond from this, right? I mean, few outside of that far sideline would have given Tennessee a chance.
Think of the mental fortitude it takes as a team to not let this snowball totally out of control, and really it starts with the quarterback.
Look at that job. Derrick Henry, this is zone, and he just trusts his vision. And the big fella rounds and gets the edge. And look at Will Levis, man. Good for that young man in this moment. And now it's Tua and this offense with the chance to answer. Great situational football by Mike Vrabel as well. How they handled the 2-minute drill previously. They get it. They go for 2. They get the stop.
Look at the contrast, guys, in quarterbacks. You saw how fired up Levis looked like he could have burst a blood vessel in his head. Tua just checking the wristband, trying to project and play with calm here. Berrios on the return hurdles out across the 25. So the Dolphins have no timeouts to work with. We'll see if Tyreek Hill can play a big role in this final drive.
Yeah, this is huge for Tua. So no sacks. You still have plenty of time. You only need a field goal. Automatically, the first thing you're thinking, where do I have to get get a realistic kickoff?
Tyreek on the sideline.
Yeah, he's not even in the game.
No sacks, and you are just completion driven. Catch the ball outside, numbers, get out of bounds inside. You're getting as many yards as you can.
Hill came back in the game, made a couple of catches here in the second half, but apparently ankle must not be good enough to put him out there, at least for the first play of the drive. Short catch across the middle, and it's Berrios picking up about 7. Got to hurry without the timeout. Jason Sanders is a long-range field goal kicker. Another short throw, and trying to get out of bounds. Zay-Chan, and they do spot him out with 1:19.
Again, protecting the sidelines on the part of the defense when you're in these 2-minute situations as Tua comes back in the ball game now.
Yep.
Or Tyreek comes back in the ball game.
So Marino looking on. He engineered some comebacks. Tua's done his share too. 8 game-winning drives in situations like this.
You don't have to force anything here still. You're still being completion driven. All you need is at one point a chunk throw, but it's still completion mindset.
You need about 25 to begin to think about a long-range attempt by Sanders. It's Hill in motion. Tua's looking the other direction. Steps up, delivers a throw, just avoided the sack Harold Landry almost got him to the ground there.
That's a heck of a pass rush by Harold Landry. He's one of those guys, as he's coming back from injury that he suffered last year, you see that dip and that high side speed rush going around Austin Jackson. They said he has been starting to show his previous form more and more and more. This is where they need him. This is where they need him or Autry to show up in this football game and shut this down.
And this pass protection with 3 backup offensive linemen, and can it hold up? A sack would be disastrous for Miami here.
See Autry here rushing at the 3 technique, which is where he may even be better.
Tua gets it out quickly, and the catch is made by Smythe. Titans say it's incomplete, ruling it complete and spotting it at the 43. Clock continues to run. It'll be 3rd down. They'll need about 3.
You get a first down here, you automatically spike the football.
The previous play is under further review.
Tennessee was signaling incomplete from their sideline, and now Adrian Hill, replay official Roddy Ames, will take a look. Did he have it long enough? Tried to squeeze it between the thighs. It's a leg catch. Did it hit the ground and move? You couldn't see it clearly from that angle.
Saw it start coming out of there. You see it at the last minute.
Looks like his hand gets underneath,
angle.
right?
His hand did cup the football as he was squeezing the thighs together. Thigh master grab here.
I think that's a catch. Is that Susan Summers?
If you're going to see it, you're going to see it here.
I think that's a catch. And I think it's huge right now for Miami. First of all, you get the chance to dial up an ideal play here.
Man, it looked like for sure it was going to drop. He somehow, the presence of mind to keep that ball squeezed in the legs and then get that hand down underneath the nose.
So if you're Miami, you get a completion here. You get something to get you the first down. It's automatic spike. If not, and you're out of bounds, you're just huddling up.
Let's bring in John Perry. You don't see many catches or attempted catches like this, John. How did you see this one?
Well, I like the Suzanne Summers
Thanks, man.
comment. That goes back to my day. But, hey, when that ball's in between the legs, that's not control. But under the hand,
review,
yes.
The ruling on the field stands as a completed catch. The game clock will start on my ready for play signal.
Unbelievable catch. What a great job by the receiver to get the hand underneath the ball and control it, and then it does not move. Good stop by replay as well.
Dolphins got to be ready to go as soon as Adrian Hill blows his whistle. The clock will continue. They got to get 3 yards, and you could get up and spike it at that point. Achane goes in motion. Tua looks that direction, catches it behind the line. Long way to go. Makes a man miss and gets out of bounds, but he's short of the first down. So it's 4th down here. It looked like it was going to be a loss. He did well to avoid it. They're winding the clock here, so he did not get out of bounds apparently.
There's the difference, right? Didn't get out of bounds. The Titans were getting out of bounds on a regular basis in their situation, and they had the ball.
2 yards here to keep the game alive here. Tua in traffic. He'll be brought down in Tennessee. He's going to secure an incredible, improbable comeback victory and win for the road on the first time this year. Unreal. Landry, who was a factor in the 4th quarter, got to the quarterback, and this crowd is absolutely stunned the way this is finished.
Harold Landry, the closer, right? He's the guy who started to round in the shape for them. We've been talking about it, been saying it. He showed up in this series, in this drive, something that the Miami Dolphins, Bradley Chubb, couldn't do for them. Couldn't get to the quarterback, couldn't get Will Levis on the ground. What a huge performance for the Tennessee Titans.
5 sacks for that Titans defense. Tagovailoa only been sacked 17 times this season coming in. Landry had 3 of them.
That's unbelievable. Didn't have their best D lineman, their best defender on the field tonight in Jeffrey Simmons. Look at Mike Vrabel.
He has a right to be fired up.
Absolutely.
Good for Will Levis, man.
He promised his team would fight. You figure you're basically out of it at 4-8. And the Dolphins lose for the first time at home. Let one slip away. This offense held to 366 yards.
Just a really weird operation at the end there, too. I mean, it's a lack of urgency, and hopefully for Miami and their fans, just a learning experience, because Too good and talented of an offense to not operate in that situation more efficiently.
Well, to run the ball twice, to go 3 and out after the Titans had cut the lead, that'll be something McDaniel, I'm sure, will be asked about.
Absolutely.
Yep. Look, and Mike Vrabel is a guy who really does take pride in these situations, end of game situations, managing the clock, play call, strategy with going for 2. Wow.
Will Levis, incredibly fired up after leading this comeback victory. He's with Laura Rutledge.
Will, what does this feel like?
Awesome. I mean, we knew we had an opportunity to do something special tonight, you know, on national television. Probably our last primetime game. Hope America liked what they saw.
What do you think you showed them?
Hey, you know, that we are a heck of a team. Let's go, come on. I think we showed them the type of team, you know, we always thought we could be this season. Obviously, we've had some lulls, but we got a special locker room, special guys across the board. Defense played a heck of a job against, you know, such a potent offense. I'm so happy for them and so glad we were able to grind it out at the end there.
When the mistakes happened in the fourth quarter, felt like your backs were against the wall. How did you find the will to push this team forward to get the W?
Yeah, I mean, starting off a drive just on a bad pitch like that and just handing it back to them, I know, not doing us any favors, but, you know, just it shows our perseverance and our ability to just go out there and just put it behind us and put together 2 2-minute drives there in the last 4 minutes. I mean, that's what it's all about, baby. I'm just so happy for the guys.